Hello, whoever that is. Good morning, all. Thank you for rejoining me. Oh, Laura McKnight, thank you for commenting. I can see your comment, and that's great. So I know comments are working. I'll just wait for a few of the others that were on the one I did a minute ago. Oh, hi, Sarah. Hello, Liz. All right, we're going to do a poetry recital today from my book Reflections. All right. Yeah, I'm all good. Thank you, Laura. Well, I think, yeah, what I plan today to be, I'm doing messages later on signals from the afterlife, but I'm going to give, hi Vicky, I'm going to do a poetry recital from my collection of poetry, and the book's titled Reflections. Okay, and somebody sort of mentioned you shouldn't really have naked ladies on the front of your book, but right, you better make sure you're not swearing as well, Liz. But anyway, the thing was raised about me having a naked lady on the front of my book, but as you can see, she's got a sword, and she represents the Lady of the Lake. All right, and that's what I used to call my spiritual teacher, Berenice Watts, the Lady of the Lake. All right, because in one way or another, she sort of took me to Avalon. All right, and I'm not King Arthur, by the way. Right, yeah, so this is going to be a poetry recital from my book Reflections, and it's a complete collection of my poetry that it's taken me 31 years to write. I started writing poetry when I was 30, and I was doing a 12-hour night shift. Morning, Sam. Doing a 12-hour night shift at Honeywell way back in 1990, and this poem popped in my head, so I wrote it, and it took about 30 seconds to write. Okay, so I'm going to read that poem to you now. Okay, when you're a platform medium and your family and your friends, they all get different ideas of you, don't they? People get different ideas about you. So I wrote this poem called I Am Me. People get different ideas about you. 95% of them are untrue. Right. Okay, I don't know if any of you guys have found that, but anyway, I wrote this poem called I Am Me, and here it goes. Some people say I'm lazy, some people call me crazy, some fear, some hold me dear. After all, I am me. He has cut his hair, he does not care, he would not dare. After all, I am me. He has put on weight, he is always late, he has lost weight. After all, I am me. He thinks too much, he drinks too much. After all, I am me. I know who I am now. It is all in the past. Today you still cannot grasp that I am becoming me. Look at yourselves, and as you delve, you will find the God who knows me. Who are you? And I really hope you enjoyed that poem. That's the first poem I ever wrote when I was 30 years old, way back in 1990. I know I don't look that old, okay? Anybody wants to ask any questions or have a chat, please do. All right. The next book, not the next book, the next poem I would like to read to you is called Alive. And if you look at that poem there, 99% of the poetry is on pictures that I've taken. Okay. So not only is it my poems, but it's my photography. And I wrote this poem because I was sort of like questioning myself. And yeah, about what I can become and what I can create. So I wrote this poem called Alive, and the picture was taken when me and the wife were on honeymoon nearly 3 years ago in Corfu. Okay. Anyway, I'll read you Alive. The genesis of creation gave life to all things known and unknown. I am alive, so I am creation, universal and eternal. I am ready to put creation to the test. What is real life? Anything I want life to be. Surely the creation of creation is truth. And may God add his blessings to those words. Okay? All right? And I hope you all enjoyed that, all 6 of you. Okay? The next one was inspired by my spirit guide Jerome. Okay, and what happened with this poem, I'll tell you, there's a story behind all these poems. Okay. I used to run a development circle at Woking Spiritualist Church quite a few years ago now, and I had to go back to work, and so I handed over the circle to the wonderful medium Kevin Trefry, and I used to pop in now and again just to see how the circle was going, and Kevin said to me, he said, you're not going to sit there and do nothing, all right, give him the meditation. So I sort of like asked my spirit guides to give the meditation, and they said tell them to draw light and love from the source, or God, whichever you want to call it, and tell them to fill their hearts with that light. Okay. And anyway, we all done that meditation, and everybody said how they felt the connectedness to all things with that, and they felt that they were filled with divine unconditional love. The very next day, Jerome gave me this poem, which I'll read to you now. Okay, and it's called Love. Fill your hearts with love, eternally flowing in abundance from our soul source, gentle as a friendly smile, powerful as the sun. Divine in thought, sacred in action, creedless, colourless, love connects all. Love is freedom from fear and doubt, egoless, non-physical, unconditional love is. I hope you enjoyed that poem. That comes direct from my spirit guide, Jerome, who's a Franciscan monk. Okay? And the next poem I wrote, all right, see the picture there? That was a picture I took of a rainbow outside my house, or outside our mobile home. Okay? And it's called Humility. Because I'm always talking about humility, and, you know, Spirit are always telling us that we've got to be humble in service. Okay, so I thought about my life, and I thought about my humility in situations, and I thought of the humility that Spirit teach. So I write a poem titled Humility. In my weakness I embraced humility, and it became my greatest strength. In my strength I found my truth, a child of creation born of the stars, as all are creation. No greater than the sky, no lower than the dirt. Gifted and flawed, acceptance of myself and others is my virtue. By the grace of creation go I, on Mother Earth I stand, reaching out to the sky and stars above, balancing heart and mind with humility as my guide. And I hope you enjoyed that, all right. This next poem is very special to me, all right. Believe it or not, I took the wife, lockdown had ended. Hang on, quick slurp. Lockdown had ended, and I took my wife to the local harvester. And as we sat down at the table, it was our first night out for weeks. I mean, you've all been there. And we sat down at the table and we were waiting to order our drinks. And I really felt the presence of my dad sitting across the table. So I wrote this poem about feeling the presence of my dad and being with my wife, because he passed away before I met Veronica. So it's always been one of my regrets that he never met my Veronica, all right? And this poem's titled Empty Chair. Oh, there's only 2 people listening now, but anyway, if I was giving messages, there'd be 20 odd, but never mind, just an observation, okay? And this poem's titled Empty Chair. Breaking bread with my beloved, my gaze drawn to the empty chair. I tell her I wish you were here to meet and break bread with us. For you to meet my wife and to know of my happiness. Sensing the essence of your presence, sadness fills my throat with a longing that burns. To say the words you need to hear, I need you to hear. My heart knows you are over there, sitting in the empty chair. Love you, Dad. Hi, Jan. All right, and that poem's very special to me, and I hope you enjoyed it, all 3 of you. Okay. All right. Would anybody like to hear another poem? It's got my wife in it too. Okay. And it's called Just a Dream. One morning when I was living in Slough, where I come from, I woke up and I wondered if life was just a dream. Okay. And so I titled the poem Just a Dream, and we will begin. Perhaps my life so far has been just a dream. My dream ebbs away into yesterday as I become conscious of the new day. A heart without hurt, a mind without torment, a soul without regret is surely a miraculous thing. As the morning sun heralds in a new day, as I awaken to this new dawn, serene in heart and mind. What about my lady? Is she just a dream? My heart fills with loving warmth as I contemplate the dream. My heart knowing she is my love today and every day. My thoughts conspire a new invention, to live life as a lucid dream, for the future is the undiscovered country for me to explore and create with calm mind and good heart. No longer just a dream, but a garden of creation. As Eden once fabled was the apple bitten, the snake defied. I can now journey on my path with love as my guide. I love that poem. I think that's the second love poem I wrote for my wife, but I was dreaming about her, so that sort of like come in, and and there's about my pathway with spirit as well. This next one is called entitled Keep the Faith. And we all doubt our purpose, don't we? You know, we try to do things in life and we get things that knock us back, you know, and it was at this time things were knocking me back. All right, but I brought a bit of spiritual truth into it, okay? Anyway, I will it's available on Amazon in my book Reflections. Okay, all right. As you probably guessed, Vicky, I'm unashamedly promoting my book. All right. Hello, John. This poem's entitled "Keep the Faith." Never doubt your truth and purpose. In life we will be tested. Be aware the lesson is in the test. You are doing nothing wrong, just learning to become your best. Let not the anger and hurt you feel today destroy future bridges not yet built. Be still, calm the mind and listen to the lesson as it teaches. Keep the faith, all will be revealed. And thank you. I should, that's one I wrote. This is another one I particularly like, actually. I do like a lot of my poems, and this one's titled Tomorrow, okay, and it was dark in our living room, so I took a picture of the roses that I bought for the wife, okay, and you know, the reason I wrote this poem is basically, you know, we all do our day's work or whatever we're doing, but I'm a strong believer that we should greet the new day, because the new day is our creation, isn't it? And we're blessed to be in that new day. But I find that, you know, when I go to bed at night, it's sort of like my little sanctuary, you know. So anyway, I wrote a poem called Tomorrow, and I'll read it to you now. This starry night offers sanctuary from labour and expectation. Lying here in quiet solitude, peace reigns. What will tomorrow offer that has been denied today? Succeed or fail tomorrow, I must awaken as the sun and rise welcoming the new day, for all its hope and ambition, with good intention and love. And thank you for listening to that. Okay, I won't read that one. All right, okay. I'm going to read to you this little thing that come to me, and I'm going to read to you coloured paper and shiny buttons. Okay. As some of you may or may not know, is that I do work with angels when I'm demonstrating mediumship, and I do angelic healing. So I asked the angels one day how I could create heaven on earth, and this is what they come back with, and it's that picture there. Okay, and it's a picture I took of an angel we bought in the range. Okay, that lights up different colours. But anyway, I asked the angels how I could bring heaven to earth. The angels answered, "Heaven is within you. Create heaven on earth with unconditional love in your thoughts, words and deeds." Okay. Vicky, I would love sort of churches and centres to buy this book, because I use a lot of these poems when I'm asked to give a reading. Okay. Yeah, there are spirit teachings in here as well, and it would help, you know, like circles that, you know, one of these poems could be read and people could connect with their guides to give a talk on the poem, you know. All right. Anyway, this next poem is called Coloured Papers and Shiny Buttons. Sorry, Coloured Paper and Shiny Buttons. And I was just thinking about money, because I was skint at the time. All right. And this is one of the first poems I wrote. So anyway, this is a poem I wrote about coloured paper and shiny buttons. White line high up in the sky, oh how I wish I could fly. My eyes the world to see, heart free as air to embrace, in awe of this wonder of creation. Feet firmly planted on Mother Earth, my mind's eye gazing on the blue orb where I reside in infinite space. I am aware I exist in an existence, shackled by human consciousness, where there is always a price to pay. We place value on everything, but no value on life. Enslaved by the devils of money and status, makes demons of us all, as we do what we can to get a pocketful of coloured paper and shiny buttons we need. Survival or success are the two divisions in life. The have-nots and the haves are divided by greed. It is only those who succeed can afford their mouths to feed. Coloured paper and shiny buttons have dominion over our world. We the willing servants, bowing to the rule of coloured paper and shiny buttons, our masters placed over us. The banks we fill to bulging spew out coloured paper from holes in the wall. People go hungry and starve for lack of coloured paper and shiny buttons. No medical treatment, illness, suffering and death for those without a pocket full of coloured paper and shiny buttons. We kill and steal, all to gain more coloured paper and shiny buttons. We, the human race, value and live in material ignorance. We need to embrace a simple truth. Money is just coloured paper and shiny buttons. All of creation has been given to us free of charge. We must live free together. The value of life is love, kindness, compassion, tolerance and peace for all. We must care for the source of life, Mother Earth, who we pollute and destroy, all for coloured paper and shiny buttons. One day the human race will be destroyed for the love and greed of coloured paper and shiny buttons. I'm sorry, that was a bit of a mouthful, that was. Alright, but even though it's one of mine. Alright, hello Amy, how you getting on? Alright. Well, let's see if I can find another poem to help you, young Vicky. Alright. Okay. This is one of my favourites, and this is another one that I wrote about in 30 seconds. And I was talking to my spirit guides at the time. And it's called Love is My Teacher. I've posted it many times on Facebook. But I just love it. So I'm going to read it to you. Love is my teacher. When darkness befalls me, love teaches me to be light. When I feel unloved, love teaches me to love. When I feel persecuted, love teaches me to live my truth. When I am hurt, love teaches me to speak my truth. When I feel all is gone, love teaches me to open my heart. Love is my guide in this mortal life. Love teaches me the truth of my eternal soul. And may God add his blessings to them words. All right. That was with my guides, and that took about 30 seconds to write. And I love it. The next one, right? The next one, the picture is I was on holiday in Turkey with a lady friend, an old lady friend of mine, not Veronica. All right, believe it or not, I did have lady friends before Veronica. And we were on holiday in Turkey together, and we were on our way to the Chinese restaurant in the hotel, and this was the sunset, okay? But the poem I'm going to read to you is inspired by a spirit guide called Alfred from one of the transits I did. Okay, and as I look back through the video of the trance, I heard these words and I thought, wow. So I've written them down and I'll put them into a poem. Anyway. The beauty of life. Do not be weighed down by the burdens of earth life. Many become sick in mind, body and spirit, due to the expectations placed upon themselves and by others who they share the earth plane with. Breathe, look around you, see and sense the beauty of life. The power and beauty of eternal life is within and all around you. The genesis of eternal life flows through you all. Each and every one of you, there is nothing you cannot overcome. If you can embrace the beauty and truth of eternal life within mind, body and spirit, do not fear the illusion of mortality. Death does not separate your consciousness from eternal life. No wall divides the earth plane and the realms of spirit. And that was given through me by Spirit Guide Alfred. Okay, I hope you're enjoying this, all 5 of you. All right. Okay. This one's a bit of a naughty one, this one. But it's a lovely poem. No, it's not naughty. What am I on about? Okay. But years ago, I broke up with a girl. All right. And I wrote this poem about a breakup. All right. It hasn't even got a title. But anyway, I'll read it to you. Sleep the sleep of angels, my love. The beast of the night is now slain. And you banished me to search again. So sleep the sleep of angels, my love. Save you're a sinner, I loved you. And that's just a little one, that one. Okay. Right, I'm going to read you 2 more poems. Okay. I'm enjoying this. I don't know about you lot, but I am. Okay. One's called Trial by Karma and the other one's called Journey, and I'll tell you the story behind them. Okay. As you know, we've all had our heartbreaks, we've all had our ups and downs, we've all had our trials in life, haven't we? But in 2010 was a turning point for me. I was finally free, and finally free to sort my life out. Okay. All right. Morning, Mandy. And this is called Trial by Karma. Bitter, broken-hearted I stand to face my trial by karma. Judged, convicted, I accept my fate to burn in the fires of awakening truth. Illusion of self cleansed away. Anger and pride turning to ash. Sanctuary of the warrior's mask melts away. Through a Samaritan's eyes, I now see destiny's calling for me. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay. All right. The next one, believe it or not, came to me in a flash of inspiration. Hi, Shelley. And if anybody wants to ask any questions or wants to chat, please do. My son, my youngest son, was telling me what a failure I'd been in life, and this is what I answered with. So I put it into a poem. Okay. And it's called Journey. The journey of my life is my lesson. I have never failed in my life. I am learning the truth of my soul. Failure teaches us what we are not, gently guiding us to our innermost truth. Hiya, Valerie. Oh, I like that. I think Spirit gave me that answer. All right. Okay. The next one was a question which was asked to my spirit guide, Red Cloud. That whilst I was doing a trance set, he was coming through me, and this question was asked to him. All right, and if anybody asks how I know, I'll play back the video. All right, okay. Anyway, the question to Red Cloud was, from which of the 7 higher planes are you from? And this is what he answered. There are many planes. I am not an angel. You speak of diversity in your world. The universe is a very diverse consciousness with many planes of existence, as you call them. It would take me an eternity to count them. So that gives you some idea. Oh, thanks, Vicky. I'm very humbled by you saying that. Okay. Okay. Right, this is sort of like, this one's called knowing. All right, because we mediums have a thing we call the knowing, or some of us do anyway. It's just like, you know, you just know, you know. And I wrote this not only about myself, but for everybody who does evidential mediumship. All right. My heart open and aware hears the voices of spirit. Voices speaking of love and reassurance to beloved ones on earth in grief and sorrow. It is my calling to be a voice for the beloved in spirit. To tell the truth of eternal life and death will not us part. My vocation is to be a connection of the love for spirit. To speak to the beloved ones they left behind. To heal the pain of death's parting in life and eternity. All right, I hope you enjoyed that one. I feel I should read this one. All right. And it's called Shine My Light. Okay. Right, I'm going to read you. Yeah, these two. I'll keep that there. Right. But anyway, I haven't exactly been an angel in my life. Like I say, I worked for 30 years in the wonderful world of securities. A good 10 years of that as a nightclub doorman. And I had my ups and downs with the ladies, as well as serving on platforms. So I was living on both ends of the spectrum, if you know what I mean. So I wrote this called Shine My Light. Once I'd come out of it all, and I'd, with the help of spirit, decided to, you know, go all out and serve spirit. Anyway, shine my light. My spirit born into this physical life to experience all emotions, to live and learn how to love. It has not been easy for this fish out of water to live this physical earthly life, programmed from birth to be like everyone else, blessed and burdened with the gifts of spirit. I was the round hole trying to fit the square peg. Now I see it was all a waste of time. The peg would never fit. I would have fared much better if I had just been me focusing on my truth and not lived a lie. I was not meant to be like everyone else. No longer will I hide my darkness behind my light. I will live in my truth and power and accept all that is within me. I am an angel and a demon. My legacy in this life has been insight, healing, kindness, compassion, hurt and pain. For the hurt and pain I have caused, please forgive me. To those who have caused me hurt and pain, I forgive you all. All that matters is here within the now. I was sent to this earth to be a blessing to many. Through my foolishness, I wasted many a year searching for what I am not. To you, Great Spirit, I apologise. To the mothers of my children, I apologise. To my 2 sons who I left behind, I never ever stopped loving you and never will. I fought my battles, loved and lost. Realising to seek acceptance from family and peers is the journey of the fall, when acceptance of the gifted self is the wisdom of the seeking heart and mind. Many regrets have chained me down from the past, the deceiver's lies slashing at my heart. Finding solace in booze and speed did not comfort my heart, only to amplify my bitter rage, as the hungry maggot gnawed at my guts. Living life at each end of the spectrum, giving messages from spirit, teaching mediumship, working the door, drinking and fighting. No longer will I listen to my demon's lies, freeing me of the chains of regret. I hear the gentle loving whisper of my angel within, telling me to shine my light for all to see. And I hope you enjoyed that. I know we mediums like to tell everybody we're all cuddly, wuddly and fluffy, but I live my truth, and all that was a part of my truth once upon a time, okay? Anyway, these are 2 of my favourite poems. Okay, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Mandy. All right. See this book here? I'm going to donate it to Slough Spiritualist Church, because that's where I started back in the day when it was known as Manor Park Christian Spiritualist Church. Okay. Right. Anyway, this poem is titled Far Away, and it was inspired by a spirit guide called Lee, and who works from me from time to time when I'm demonstrating mediumship. And this was when I was in Circle way back in 1978, 1979, and he told us that grief is selfish, because we should allow our loved ones to carry on their universal journey in spirit. Okay, and that he accepted that grief is a part of things, but if we truly know that there is eternal life, that the human soul goes on after physical life, then why do we grieve? We should wish our loved ones well along their way. So I write a poem about it, okay? And this is another one. It took me about 5 minutes to write, from his teaching, because, you know, when you think about it, everybody's sort of like asking for evidence. People have had evidence 100 times over or 1,000 times over, and yet we still grieve. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still grieve for my dad. You know, he died for what, 7 years ago now, nearly, okay? And but I do talk to him in spirit. He is around me, you know, and I know he's carrying on his eternal journey, and I think that brings some comfort in. But anyway, This poem's titled Far Away. Death is the truth of life, everyone dies. The hardest fact of life is that life goes on. Our hearts in sorrow never seem to heal. Whether our beloved abandon us or pass away, life moves forward in a constant rhythm. It is very easy for friends to say, your beloved is in a better place. Let go, just move forward, live your life. Our grief deep within stands us still. Heart and mind craving the presence of our beloved far away. Life is a journey in this world and beyond. We must weep for our loved ones passed away, and bid a fond farewell with love to our beloved who journey far away. Love has no boundaries in time and space, for love is eternal and cannot pass away. Let us give our love and blessing, safe journey, to our beloved who journey far away. And I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoyed that. And when I wrote this, I published it, and one of my friends on Facebook had just lost her brother, and she told me that she read that and it gave her a little bit of comfort. Okay, so I always post that one on Facebook when somebody's talking about their grief. Okay, this next one took me about 30 seconds to write, and I was standing. I was doing a security job out in White Waltham near Maidenhead for a computer company called Ungerman Bass. All right, and it was twilight, and these words came to me, and I titled the poem Twilight Sky. Shades of pink and purple colour the sky as the sun falls. Witnessing this natural beauty, calming mind, body and spirit, this servant of the day in awe of Mother Nature's loving gift. Life has its span of years, the karmic circle of life, aware that the human race is but a speck of sand within the whole genesis of creation. As I look up, I cannot see beyond the twilight sky. I am as big in my world as an insect in his. It makes me humble. Thank you, Twilight Sky. It does take time. I think, Vicky, that grief is a process. You know what I mean? I don't think we ever lose that grief. I just think we learn how to cope with it and carry it better. You know, but for we who demonstrate mediumship, and for we who receive evidential messages from our loved ones, we've had the proof of eternal life, of the journey, the forever journey, and we should send them our love and wish them well. Okay? All right. I was going to say something else, but I've completely forgotten. All right. Right. I'd love to read all of these poems to you, but there's 100 in there. I've got 100 persons, 100 poems in this book. Hang on a sec, I need one of my legal cigarettes. But this is another one that I posted recently on Facebook, but I love it. All right. As I said, I love some of my own poems, but anyway. I just wrote about basically myself and the guidance that I received from Spirit and the guidance that I hopefully pass on to others, and it's called God Knows. God knows of my mind with all its temptations and desires. God knows of my bad temper and dark thoughts. God knows of my trials in my quest for purpose and belonging. God knows of my good intentions, mistakes made in good faith. God knows of the love within my heart. God knows me and loves me through my heart, guiding my earthly path, teaching me humility in all thoughts and deeds. So I must choose to love above all my selfish needs. Oh, I love that poem. That's another one that only took about 5 minutes to write. We all wonder about this next one. It hasn't even got a title, but we all wonder about death and what it's like to be deaf. I know I certainly have. All right, and I wrote this little poem about wondering what death's like. All right, okay, and I'll read it to you now. How does it feel to be dead? Surely beyond death lies consciousness. I cannot die. Only my bones belong to the grave to dwell. How will I feel alive, not breathing, as I look out into eternal night? My body is gone now. I must dream the dream of eternal life in death. Okay. Right, where's that other one? Right. Okay. I've got this next one is some trance teachings from a sit I did for the Centre of the Open Heart based in San Francisco, even though I was in the cabinet in my kitchen at home. Okay. All right. But I'll read you the questions, a couple of the questions and the answers that Red Cloud received. Okay. Can you explain the differences of the astral body and the spiritual body? And Red Cloud's answer was, the astral body is a vibration of emotion. The astral is a level of consciousness. Do you understand? The astral body is the spiritual body. Sorry, do you understand? The astral body and the spiritual body are one and the same. They just vibrate on varying frequencies to be able to travel through the astral realm. Do you understand? The astral realm is very close to your earth. It is your treasure house of images. All thoughts and deeds are recorded within the astral realm. This is why it is known as the treasure house of images. It is very much a psychic level, a communication level we can use to speak with you, or bless you. All right. I bet you never thought you'd have the astral plane explained to you. Right, and I'll read the next question and answer. Okay, you've all gone quiet. All right, please talk to me. All right, if you've got any questions, let me know. Right, I'll read you this question and answer. Is the spirit world intertwined with the earth plane, but on a higher vibration? Red Cloud said, very much so. We are just a finer vibration than yourselves. The earth plane is very dense with physical matter. The spirit vibrates on a much finer level that cannot be seen with the naked eye. It is only those that are sensitive to that level of vibration that can see, sense and feel the spirit. We in the planes of the spirit world are entwined with your earth and to the mother and father of all creation, that which you call God. We are all around you. We are in everything, in many places of existence. The grass beneath your feet has the vibration of spirit. The dirt beneath your feet has the vibration and energy of spirit. It has its own level of frequency as you do, as we do. It is your purpose to seek to become higher in your vibration and more aware within your vibrational frequency. I speak to you of the great divine plan, where as the human race progresses to raise the level of its consciousness, frequency and vibration, it will become more of spirit until its purpose on earth has been served. Be mindful of the great divine plan. I say to you all, because you are living. Open your hearts and minds to the great divine plan. Seek to learn, seek to discover, and seek to become aware. All right. Oh, good morning, Natalie. How are you? I'm just reading poems from my book, Reflections. Okay, I'm going to try and... There's another... Right. And this is a poem, and it says what it says on the tin. It's selfless. It's titled "Selfless in Spirit." One of the very first teachings I heard, when I sat in my proper development circle, you was in trance. Stay awake. Keep with us, giggles. All right, all right. She knows I'm only pulling her leg. But anyway, when I sat in my third circle with Berenice Watts, the spirit guide Lee I was speaking about earlier, came through and told us that we should be selfless in service to spirit. Okay, so years and years and years later I wrote this poem about it. Selfless in spirit. When we are called to serve spirit, we must be selfless in service. We must remove the self from the divine connection of spirit. The self matters not in service. Humility opens heart and mind to universal unconditional love, bringing clarity to our purpose. Giving ourselves in service to spirit is an act of love to spirit, to be used on the earth plane as a servant of spirit. Become an empty vessel for spirit to fill with divine truth. May our service to spirit be for the highest good, for all who seek upliftment and truth, fulfilling the will of spirit and our purpose to live, love and serve. And I hope you all enjoyed that. Okay, because as I'm often telling people, we have to remove ourselves, you know, to connect with spirit, you know, and, you know, that's our aches, pains, worries, roads, what we need from that service or whatever. Okay? Okay. Well, I posted this one the other day, so I won't read it. All right. In fact, I will read it. All right. You all enjoying this, all four of you? I hope you are. Okay. And this is a poem titled Just Being. When time is still and silent, rest a while and just be. Gift yourself this moment of peaceful solitude, to be aware in your truth. Make peace with your trials. Wash away doubt and confusion. Heal the pain of hurt inside. You are alone now, just be. Your soul yearning to be heard. Silence your squabbling mind. Open your heart and listen to the soul's teaching, and just be. Your truth is to become within the best of all you can be. Okay, all right. And I'm going to read you a poem and a teaching that Red Cloud gave. Okay, I'm just going to have a quick slurp. Right, and I'm going to have one of my legal cigarettes. If anybody's got any questions, please ask. Or anything you really would like to know about spirit, or what they're doing or what they're not doing, please ask. Alright? We all go through something that's not very nice in life called the dark night of the soul. And I've been through 2 of them. Alright? And the dark night of the soul is basically when we feel we've hit rock bottom. Okay? So I'm going to read this to you. And I've written it and I've titled it Dark Night of My Soul. My soul condemned to this dark night. I shiver with the cold of exile. No one knows of my pain and hurt. Words cannot my mouth make. I walk alone through my dark night of the soul. Torment, anger, bitterness is the storm, poisoning my being, stifling my peaceful will. And now alone I must suffer for my anger. In heart and mind, my soul seeks solace from your treacherous sarcasm, seeking freedom from your spiteful possession. You took your wicked, cold-hearted revenge. I will walk this dark night of my soul, healing heart and mind to live again. I can no longer wait for the sun to rise, as reason tells me I am a fool to fight your darkness. My salvation from this dark night will be when my anger no longer gives you power over me. I must journey through this dark night of my soul, guided by the truth and light of my soul. Right, I hope you enjoyed that one. It's quite a personal one, that one. Anyway, Red Cloud was asked about absent healing and does it work? Okay. And this is what he said. Absent healing is your greatest gift, for healing is love. If you can send your healing sincerely, the energy of love will heal, uplift and restore not only your brothers and sisters on earth, but all life on earth. We come to you to say, be together with your families and those close to you. Join together in prayer. Send out healing for all in need of healing. Also, healing can help restore consciousness. Your world needs greater healing within its consciousness. There are many who have power on your earth that are in a low state of consciousness. With the light of your love, you can help to take their consciousness to a higher level. With your healing, you can take the consciousness and awareness of the human race to a higher level. Never doubt the power and usefulness of healing. Its driving force is love. The love must be sincere, genuine and true. Your love is your gift to the world, not only for your loved ones, but for the greater good of all. All right? And that's the teaching. Right. That's a poem I'll write about lockdown. I won't read you that one. Oh, funny, I'll read this one too. Is anybody fed up? Would anybody like me to do something else? All right? Because I've got 3 poems here that I would love to read to you. Okay? And the first one is called Closer to Spirit. I was walking from my home to my car in a car park, and that little walk turned into a little bit of a meditation. And this is the poem that come from that meditation. And I've titled it Closer to Spirit. Opening my heart to all that is draws me closer to Spirit. I give thanks for a new day. Conscious and alive, the new day brings blessings in abundance. My mind becomes the open, unwritten book. I am the creator within the magical genesis of creation. Breeze blowing through the trees connects me to the energy of life and love and all that is closer to Spirit. I am aware. I offer myself in service to all that is, that I may always work towards the greatest and highest good for all, who seek to be closer to Spirit. Seeking the greatest and highest good from within myself, manifesting unconditional love, my heart full to the brim. I walk with Spirit, a vocation, a calling, my reason for being closer to Spirit. I like that one. All right, okay. If you could let me know your thoughts on these poems, I would really love to hear them. Okay, all right, okay. This one I wrote about my dad's passing. Okay, and it took me 3 years to write it. And as I was saying to young Vicky just a little while ago, it is a process. It took me 3 years to get these emotions onto paper, but it's about the day my dad died, okay? And I've titled it Stop the World. They're always around us, Valerie, okay? They're always trying to change energies, you know, because as we know, there's a lot of negative energy on this world, especially with what's going on in Ukraine and Putin and his army and everything like that. As well as, you know, individually, there's some not nice people about. So, yeah, we are always being offered the higher vibration. And that comes from my spirit guide, Red Cloud, just now. He's just put that into my head. Okay? All right? The higher vibration, the higher energy is always being offered to us. It's up to us if we embrace it. Anyway, this poem is called Stop the World. Stop the world, my beloved has died. I want the world to take time to mourn, abandoned in this moment as the new day marches on in time. I stand here in solitary sorrow. Physical death is final and unforgiving. I will never see you again in this life. Stop the world, give me time. My beloved's presence is no more, just memories of once was. To keep my beloved alive in heart and mind, I wish to tell you of my beloved, the blessing he was to me and family. Stop the world and listen, my beloved has died. Yeah, I mean, an eclipse does tend to sort of get people thinking more spiritually. But one of my dad's favourite hymns was "How Great Thou Art," and when we see like an eclipse, we've just got to stand there in awe of the power of creation. You know what I mean? Yeah, and everything is energy. So an eclipse, you know, the moon passing in front of the sun, it changes the energy, so it's going to change us, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, my dad's favourite hymn as well, "How Great Thou Art." I could tell you a story about that. He died in 2015, and it took me till 2017 when grief really hit me hard. You know, like 2 years later. I was doing a service at Hinton Road in Uxbridge, and I was really thinking about Dad, and I was rising above it. I was removing, myself from the equation to connect with Spirit, and the first hymn was "How Great Thou Art." You know what I mean? So he was just letting me know he was there. Okay. Right, I'm going to read you another love poem that I wrote about me and the wife. All right. It's called "Above the Rain Clouds." Walking above rain clouds, my mind elevated to blue sky and sun. The rain falls as past sorrows. Above all my sorrows, I now see the vanity of love, selfish illusions of a soul to love. Wanting someone to love blinded my mind's eye to love. All I needed to do was be and grow in heart and mind. The search was not to find love, but to be love. Enriching my soul and life, walking above the rain clouds, abundance of love in heart and mind. My love for you fills me in a wave of euphoria, cleansing all perception of future life with you. We are to be and become two souls entwined within the destiny of love. There you go. So you're getting a sign, young Vicky. All right. Right. Shall I read this one? Because it's a bit controversial, this one. Shall I read it? Do you know what? I'm always known for being outspoken. I'll read it. All right. And this is a poem I wrote a few years ago. No, I won't read it. Spirit are telling me not to read it. Oh, yeah. Trust you, giggles. All right, I'll read it. As we know, spiritualism's gone very commercial. And here's me trying to promote my book. But anyway, yeah, spiritualism has gone very commercial. And it's not like when I first started, way back in 1978. And through COVID, we all went online. And I'm told by friends that I was one of the first ones to start doing online services. But anyway, and there's all this razzmatazz, and we mediums are out there promoting ourselves and everything like that. Even I have to promote myself, all right? But there's one medium even doing courses on how to promote yourself. How's that? All right? But I think it should be back in the old days with word of mouth and everything like that. I mean, I'll post what I'm doing. If anybody wants to turn up, that's up to them. All right, but and they're always welcome. All right, but it's me wondering about like the spiritual industry as it's termed now. Okay, and it's called Where Now. Am I that right? Because am I the has been that has not gone? Have I played my part on this blessed platform? I have walked my life path, seeking purpose my truth found. The prodigal Stephen returned to service, redeemed by the love and guidance of angels. Now at this crossroad I must open my heart. Lessons to learn. Lessons to learn why I am denied by others. As to my worth in this so-called spiritual industry, parties, ghost hunts, celebrity, but no reverence to the teachings of spirit, to guide the lost on life's path. Universal truth is being discarded in favour of money and status. How do I fit into showbiz spiritualism, where ego has power to decide who is worthy? My warrior face, down-to-earth ways, does not fit. I am chosen to serve, my reasons for being. Where now is spirit calling me to heal, uplift and teach through me? That's beautiful, Valerie. And I hope you guys and girls are not too shocked by what I've just read to you all. That's just my own personal feelings on it. Okay. I wouldn't go that far, Giggles, but yeah, thank you. I will keep fighting the good fight for spirit teachings and for us all to have a closer relationship with spirit, knowing that that's where we're all going to land up, basically. All right. Okay. All right. I put this poem up yesterday, but I like it, so I'm going to read it. All right. I posted this on Facebook yesterday to welcome you people to my group, Spirit Divine. But it's a poem that I just like reading, even though I wrote it. All right. And it's called Yesterday. Yesterday was my journey to today. What did I do yesterday that got me here today? Footsteps in time is all that life appears to be. Today will be yesterday when tomorrow dawns. My thoughts and actions yesterday have created my today. Yesterday I rested from night's toil until my mind became clear. Today my heart and mind free in spirit to live and love, expressing my truth for all around me to perceive. My universal life's worth is my state of heart and mind. My journey in this body is life to death. Knowing this day will become my tomorrow, may my words and deeds today be for the greater good, so that tomorrow I am at peace with myself and life is at peace with me. Okay. I hope all five of you are enjoying this. All right. Okay. If anybody wants to ask questions, say anything, please do. I can feel another Facebook Live coming on with Giggles. I will inbox you, Giggles. All right. This is a poem I wrote called Aware, and the photograph is the clouds outside here. All right. Okay. All right. And it's titled Aware. I am conscious inside. I am conscious in silence and knowing that life is a state of heart and mind. All that matters is how we love and live. Dark emotion blinds the mind's eye to the truth of living. Love is the essence of being, opening the mind's eye to all possibilities and spiritual growth. Love is the lesson and teacher of awakening truth. For self and all life is a journey of service and sacrifice, becoming love. I hope you all enjoyed that. What are you like? You're not one of these orb hunters, are you, Giggles? All right. Most of the time, these people who post pictures of orbs, it's just dust. All right. I'm not going to get into the big argument about orbs, whether they're dust or not. Okay. And this is a poem titled Spiritualist. All right. Okay. And this to me is what being a spiritualist to me means. Okay? Alright? Okay? Spiritualist. I am a spiritualist. I do not believe in death. I know life is eternal. I am alive in consciousness. Why do you believe death is the end of life and not know the truth? All life is eternal. There are no ends, only beginnings for our true selves. The eternal spirit to rise from the mortal body to begin again, conscious and alive within the realms of spirit. Spirit teachers guide me on this earth plane, helping me to cope in mind through my trials, teaching me love is the essence of my eternal being. Humility is my strength. Compassion is my empathy with all life. Kindness is the power of love, to express the great spirit selflessly in service, my purpose and truth in earth life. And I really hope you enjoyed that one. All right. This came to me. I've got a spirit guide called Merlin. And he's not Merlin, all right? He just looks like a Merlin. He's got a long white beard. Oh, Giggles has come back to me. Thank you. I'm very humbled. All right. Okay. All right. But anyway, I've got a spirit guide that I call Merlin. He's not Merlin. He just looks like Merlin. He's got the long white hair and a long white beard and a white robe and a blue sort of like sash around his waist and all that. He's a level of spirit that are known as the Lords of Light, and they're healers. Okay. And he also inspires me with philosophy. Okay. But this just come in a flash from him, so I'll put it on one of my pictures, and here we go. Let love flow from the high altar of your heart, for the heart is the messenger of the soul. Let love flow from the high altar of your heart to embrace the miracle of life and creation. Let love flow from the high altar of your heart into the physical realm of human consciousness. Let love flow from the high altar of your heart, unifying all hearts in one eternal soul. Okay? I think I was sitting at the table eating a sandwich there with that one. Here's one of my favourite poems. All right, I mean, they're all my favourite poems, really. Okay? And it's called Yesteryear. One day I was going for a walk. I think Veronica was with me, to be honest. And I just found myself in the moment. You know, and everything was still and silent and peaceful and tranquil. It was lovely. I was just looking at the breeze flowing through the trees. And I felt my loved ones come all around me. You know, my auntie, my dad, and my nan, and my granddad. And there was quite a crowd of them. Okay, all right. It's not your granddad, it's my Merlin, all right, okay. But I'll write a poem called Yesteryear. So from that thing of being in the moment, I wrote this poem called Yesteryear. Hang on. Did anybody know the real Merlin was actually Saint Germain? Just a bit of information there. Right, yesteryear. To dwell in the present is fine living. Within the moment my mind awakens alive in yesteryear, to the people who I love who have passed away in time. Sunshine on leafy trees with gentle breeze, aware my heart with all its love to know that I was loved. Knowing in the now that yesteryear has passed, but the love still remains of all the people I love who have passed away in time. And thank you for listening to that one. Okay. And this is a poem I recently wrote called Talented. Everybody will know what I mean by this one. All right. Yeah. Okay, talented. Talent without humility is lost. in the fog of ego. Do not be blinded by the lure of wealth and status. Know that your talent has purpose to heal, inspire and uplift. As God's messenger, it is your duty to be selfless in your service to others. You are one of many chosen to serve. Be humble. Do not deny your purpose. Gifts entrusted to you in God's grace to be a vessel of the Spirit, expressing divine will on earth. All right, and I'll leave that with you. All right. About 10 years ago, I was going through a little bit of an inner battle about being a has-been and what's going on now and everything like that. And it's a poem titled Heart Space. And I took a picture of a rose. Another rose I bought for my wife. But anyway, okay. Hi, Sedge. And it's titled Heart Space. Awakening my mind to a new awareness evolving within, harmful emotions being washed away. Ego is a comfortable room to dwell on the thoughts of others. My mind focuses on the pathway ahead, freeing me of spiteful ego, fading out all distractions from my purpose to serve, creating a powerful heart space, new and open to be filled with love and spirit. Who am I to judge how another walks this path, when I, like them, are called to serve? All that matters is how I walk my path of service. Okay. Thank you. Right, this goes along with that. This next one is called Miracle. And, right, nobody's bored yet. Oh, so, yeah, 3 people have got bored, but anyway. Right, and it goes along with the hymn we were talking about, how great thou art, and I'm glad it's other people's granddads and dads' favourite hymn as it was mine. Okay? Alright? Miracle. From the depths of the mundane, I look up from the material wheel, knowing, remembering that life is a beautiful miracle to be embraced. A supreme universal intelligence over eons of time orchestrated the evolution of our universe to bring all life into being. We humble humans must know our place and wonder in awe of the power and grace of creation, the earth beneath our feet, the majesty of the stars above. The infinity of space has no measure in time. Learning that life is a limitless miracle, we must behold the miracle of life. No matter our hearts and trials, the eternal genesis of a miracle is inherent in all life, awaiting us to awake from our material sleep, to evolve and become the best version of ourselves, a calling and vocation giving us purpose from within. Okay. All right. Okay, now there's 2 people. All right. You still with me, Giggles? All right. Okay. I think I better shut up. There's going to be me reading poetry to myself in a minute. If people would like me to carry on, please do. If not, I won't. All right. Okay. Thanks, Giggles. This is about, I wrote this poem about my relationship with God, basically, and it's titled My Friend. You walk with me side by side through my storms and summer days. You help me focus when I doubt myself, encourage me when I am anxious, comfort me when love and friendship are no more. You are the light in my darkness, the voice of my soul guiding me in truth. When I am lost, my choice is taking me away from the path of purpose and enlightenment. You love me no matter how much I have forsaken you. Arms open wide, welcoming me back to love. Thank you, my friend, for this life in eternity, for all my lessons and blessings, my one true eternal friend. Right, I think I'll do one more, then I'll shut up because people have lost interest. I must read this one because there was a guy called Stanley who came through me in when I was doing a trance, and he came through and he wanted to pass this message on to his wife called Mary. This is what he said. There is a point to living. She must not live in my memory. She must move forward and experience life, living in the knowledge I walk beside her. I think that's beautiful. Love never dies. Okay. Right, I'll read one more poem. I'll tell you what, I'm going to read that one at the beginning. Where is it now? I've lost it. Right, this last poem is going to be Little Axe. All right. And I wrote this for a dear friend who died. All right. And she used to be the, June her name is, and she used to be the president of Walton-on-Thames Spiritualist Church. Okay. And I wrote this about her as sort of like a little tribute. It was a big shock, you know, when she passed the spirit, because she was just sort of like a force of nature, you know what I mean? Yeah. A lovely lady, but she did tend to rub people up the wrong way. But through my conversations with her, I wrote this poem. All right, it's called Little Acts. Little acts of kindness are gifts from the heart. To friends and foes, patience is our guide. No matter the hurt and pain we give and receive, little acts of kindness will be our epitaph, to report how we lived and loved. Our anger will not be remembered by those whose feelings we hurt. Our little acts of kindness will live within the hearts and minds of friends and foes forevermore. I hope you enjoyed that one. That's quite a what's the name. Anyway, my book Reflections is available on Amazon. This is the hardback copy. It retails for £15. The paperback retails for £7, and the Kindle version, the ebook, is £3. Okay, and like Vicky said, it's very good for like churches and centres who want to do readings and stuff like that. I use some of these poems as my readings when I demonstrate in churches and centres. Okay, if you want to chat, we can chat. If you don't, I'll go away. Hello Corinne, how you doing? I see you're out there demonstrating mediumship these days. Good on you. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm pumping my book up here, but there is a lot of spiritual teaching in there. All right, and a writer likes to be read, and years ago I tried to get my poems published, but people said publishers said you're not well known enough. You're not well known, so get well known and we will publish you. So I've self-published my poetry. Okay. I also have another book out called Messenger, and that's about my early days in spiritualism. Okay, and some of my ups and downs, and my spiritual development. Okay. Please say something, people. I'm getting bored with listening to myself. I had a mad idea earlier. I'm going to go live on YouTube and do the poetry recital there. My dinky wifey is at work at the moment, Vicky. Oh, this is another thing I'd like to talk about, actually. Yeah, dinky wifey, she's at work at the moment, then she's coming home, and then she's going to a family barbecue. I can't go because I'm demonstrating mediumship tonight. And if I go to the barbecue, apart from all the lovely food that's going to be there, I'm going to be tempted to drink copious amounts of beer, which I enjoy doing from time to time. And but as I'm demonstrating, I'm doing a live for Signals from Heaven tonight. I can't go. And yeah, and it's Veronica's side of the family, and they're all lovely. No, it's alive. I'll be doing it in my front room, Vicky. Okay, but I need to be clear-headed and sober for it, so that's what I'll do. Well, I was going to go to the barbecue and then sort of come away, but I don't want to sort of like be tempted into having a couple of beers. You see, mediums are human. Okay. I'm folding my arms there. I'm often telling people folding their arms. Okay. I don't think her family would like it. I don't think Veronica's side of the family would like that. They'll all be screaming and shouting, and there'll be music playing and people getting inebriated. So I don't think it's sort of like the right place to do a live from. Okay, it would be funny though, but Veronica's family, some of them are curious, some of them don't believe at all, but we don't talk about what I do. They just accept that I'm not there. Yeah, see, this is the thing, Valerie. We have to find balance. You know, with work and doing demonstrating and all the rest of it, I find I have very little time to, you know, be with family, be with Dinky Wifey and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? And I nearly cancelled tonight. I nearly did, but I'd already confirmed. This leads me on to the next subject. When we serve spirit, we have to be dedicated and committed. Yeah, you need to, Vicky. I was going to message you and say that. You know, because you have a lot of problems with your back, don't you? So, but a little rest and a little sort out with your health, and you can come back bouncing back. Let me know when you're ready to sort of like get back on a horse, and me and you'll do a little live together. Alright? I like working with Vicky because she giggles. Every time I open my mouth, she giggles. That's probably why I call her Giggles. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, put family first. That's how I do it, yeah. Funny enough, last week, when was it? The 16th, it was Easter. And we was going to visit friends, Kevin and Linda. And Dinky Wifey weren't very well. She had a bad cold. It weren't COVID, it was just a bad cold. So she said to me, "You go." I said, "Listen, darling," I said, with work and serving spirit, we don't get very much time together, so I'll stay here with you. Just so that we could have some time together, you know. No, I'll call him Vicky Giggles, because she giggles every time. When I'm working with her, she some of the things I say to people make her giggles. Right. Because I don't, as those that have seen me demonstrating know that I don't flower anything up. You know, it's just, yeah, I'm not theatrical with it. I just say it as it is, as spirit thoughts are and my thoughts, or whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe you are Giggles, alright? If I hear some ghostly giggling, I'll know it's you. Alright? But as I'd already confirmed, you know, tonight's demo, I thought I can't bow out. Yeah, and then later on there's a picture of me with a bottle of Stella and a cheeseburger. So I thought, no, I better do it. But there again, you know, it's apart from the dedication and commitment, it's lovely when you connect somebody with a loved one, or you give some spiritual truth from a guide to somebody that helps them. Well, I hope so. There's an old saying amongst us mediums, you're as good as your last service. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. I'll just take it from demo to demo, you know what I mean? Because the truth is, you can do 100 demos, 99 of them can be brilliant, and everybody's going, yay, that was brilliant. And you can do one rubbish one, because your connection's not right or something, or you're not right. But everybody remembers the bad one, not the 99 good ones. 8 o'clock tonight, young Vicky. I'll get you up on screen. Yeah. You can send out loving vibes to me, Vicky. Help improve my energies. Any questions about mediumship? Now we've got more people here. Now I'll stop reading my poems. Or anything anybody would like to say, that'd be great. Or if not, I'll wrap this up at past. Because I really enjoy talking to people. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, I'm going to be like Tigger. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. If anybody sees me doing the kangaroo tonight, blame Vicky. You would and all, wouldn't you? Yeah. Right. Alright. Right, I think that's enough promotion of my book for now. Anyway, but I hope you all enjoyed the poems, you know, and I hope the poetry did give you some form of insight into spirit and into life. I weren't going to say that, Vicky, but yeah, if you'd like, if there's sort of like the handful of people who would like to buy the book, that would be brilliant. All right, I'll get a small royalty, but the reason I write books and do this stuff is because if people buy the book, it means that I have more time. I can spend less time actually working for a living, and I can dedicate more time to healing and mediumship. That's why I wrote the books, and that's the God's honest truth. I was hoping loads of people were going to buy it, so I could take a few months off and do just lots more mediumship and healing and stuff like that. You going to buy it, Vicky? No, I'm being cheeky. Yeah. But anyway, this is the hardback version, and I'm really, really proud of it. Okay. Oh, brilliant. This is the heart. Thank you, Vicky. All right, and I hope you can use some of the poetry for your demonstrations. You know, like as a reading and all the rest of it. Okay, and I'm really proud of this. This took 31 years to create, and because the pictures are all in colour that I took as they originally, you know, and yeah, it's a sense of achievement I've got with this book. In the paperback, it's all in black and white. Oh, brilliant. Well, put it on Facebook, Vicky. You know, do your hair. You know, put your war paint on. You know, I've got Stephen's book. It's fab. You know, you'll be charging me an advertising fee, won't you? Yeah. Okay, who's that? That looks like young Trevor Walden from Last Seen at Bognor. I'm hoping that my demonstration August the 6th, oh, he's gone again, August the 6th is still going on, Trevor. I'm really looking forward to serving Windsor Church. I first served there in about 1985, 1986, something like that. Okay, all right, well, I think I'm going to go soon anyway. All right. Yeah, because I've got a hankering for a bacon and egg sandwich. Oh, the lovely Karen's with us. Yeah, the book's available on Amazon, Lynn. Okay, just type in Reflections by Stephen Rowlands and it'll come up and it'll give you the different formats that it's in. All right. I've also got it advertised on my Spirit Divine page. Okay. Yeah, see you later. I'm not going yet, Vicky, but see you later. Right. No, that's lovely, Karen. I hope you enjoyed the service. I love Sunday morning services. I've done a few in my time, and I wish churches would do more of that, but it's getting the people in. You know, because sadly, people don't want to hear the teachings of Spirit. But what I always say to people is, the address is the message for everybody. And we can always take something from that address. I'll inbox you the link, Lynn. That's lovely, Karen. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But I used to enjoy doing Sunday morning services. And remember, people, the address is the message for everybody from Spirit. All right? The mediumship side of it and all that that part of the service, that's the personal messages for individuals. But please come along to the address, for the address as well. See, when I first started going to a spiritualist church, the Sunday nights would be as packed as the Wednesday nights. You know what I mean? Because people were really interested in spirit teaching. And this is what I'm trying to bring back. Yeah, that's true, Karen. That's very true, Karen. I will be sorting out another meditation soon. It's just that I've got so busy. My job is a lot tougher than I thought it would be. I knew it'd be tough, but not as tough as it is, you know, because there's loads of admin to do and stuff like that, as well as other things that I can't talk about. But yeah. Hello, Linda. How you doing? I've just done a poetry recital of my book Reflections. Okay. Hopefully the 5 or 6 people that were here did enjoy it. Okay. And I've just been promoting my book Reflections, Linda. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm going to sign off soon and do myself an egg and bacon sandwich because I just really, really fancy it. Yeah. Looking forward to serving Rumney later in the year, Linda. Right, anyway, people, thank you for joining me. I hope you all received something from the poetry and received something from whatever I said. Okay. Anyway, God bless you all and thank you for joining me. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you as well. Linda does a blinding Sunday roast. That's why I go down there. You know, but yeah. Linda cooks me a Sunday roast when I go to Wales, and it's handsome. All right. You're sort of like I know you're supposed to have basically an empty stomach when you serve spirit, but I waddle out of her house, you know. Yeah, weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. I waddle into the church and do my best to demonstrate mediumship. Anyway, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Because back in the day, we used to have a breed of mediums called National Circuit mediums, and I used to be one of them. All right, there was loads of us, but we used to go all over the country demonstrating mediumship. And going into Wales, serving in Cardiff, it reminds me of those days. I served Cardiff back in the 80s, you know, in the Christian Spiritualist Church. What you used to do was go down there for a week, and you'd serve like the local churches like Cwmbran and Ebervale and Swansea and all that, you know, and yeah, good days. I was a young geezer then, I had the energy. I don't know about now, but yeah, good days. Anyway, God bless you all. Have a blessed Sunday, and I'll see you all soon. For those who want to join me tonight on my ride in Signals from Heaven. Last couple of trances I've done, people have asked me afterwards if I do teaching. So I'm putting a workshop together just for basic mediumship, basically. And I'm going to roll that out soon. Right, take care, Linda. Take care, everybody. God bless you all. Bye.